Hi guys, Bill again. I've been following a bit of a kerfuffle online over the last few weeks. It's a thorny issue of posters or vloggers flying under false colours. Now I've got a shed load of opinions about it, but I've been a bit reluctant to talk about them. It seems more like gossip to me than reasoned arguments, and all the toing and froing. But this is going to keep on coming back, I think, especially if the movement continues to gain ground the way it's been doing, so I might as well get my tuppence in now, before too many battle lines get drawn. The issue resurfaced when Shieldwife released her first couple of videos. Now, I've linked her channel below, in a low bar. You can go check out her content or not, it's your choice. It's important to establish that before we go any further. No one is being forced into listening to her. And I've also linked to quite an excellent comment piece that Mr. Shadowfax made about a related issue, but we'll get to that. There seems to be an awful lot of suspicion about new posters or fresh posters' motives. Well, okay, I can appreciate that, especially given the diverse circumstances that bring people to support men's rights. The thing is, if somebody had a particularly traumatic introduction to the need for men's rights, then obviously they're going to be wary of people that they see just jumping on the bandwagon. And if that's somebody they think's jumping on the bandwagon, seems to be profit orientated and making an appeal to what they see as male weaknesses or inherent flaws in the masculine mindset, well, you can understand why they can hear alarm bells ringing. Now, Shieldwife accepts donations. She's got long hair and she shows a bit of cleavage in the videos she's made so far. And the message isn't exactly groundbreaking. It's anti-feminist sentiment and a plea for accepting rather than rejecting masculinity and masculine traits. Personally, I think it's all good stuff. However, Shieldwife is very successful in YouTube terms. She's got over 1,500 subs already, and it's growing fast from just 2 videos. The suspicion seems to be that she's just an opportunist using her appearance and broadcasting an unoriginal message for profit. Well, my initial reaction was, so what? If, and only if she personally is insincere, but she's transmitting a message that supports men's rights, her motivation is a secondary concern to me. The principal concern I've got is that 25,000 people have watched her support male rights, male identity, and decry the feminist double standard. Now that's an effective broadcast of 2 concerns that are at the very heart of the popular perception of male rights. It's the same kind of feeling I get when I'm watching a politician backing a position that I personally support. They don't have to be sincere. Just get the bloody bill passed, The second reaction was to think slightly longer term. Now, it's a feature of Western society that women seek out, they colonise and they feminise male spaces, all the time expanding and defending female-only ones. Now, maybe criticism of this girl is expressing a deeper fear. She might be part of some kind of female takeover of the men's rights movement. Now, I can certainly sympathise with that fear. I watched the sceptical atheist movement get eaten alive by feminists. But that's not as straightforward as it might look. For starters, not all feminists are female. And to carry on with, that skeptic takeover was fast, it was well organised, and it was determined. Women wanting to play their part in a semi-political movement aren't necessarily the same thing as women wanting to take over that same movement. Now, as far as I'm aware, there isn't some underground, highly organised, anti-feminist organisation. So I think we're probably safe from hostile takeovers just for a little while. But that leads on to a third reaction. Maybe it's just the human angle. Maybe these guys are just jealous. See, many males in the men's rights movement have very good reasons to be suspicious of women in general. It could be extremely annoying to those guys to know that the posters they'd like to see getting the greatest coverage are being largely ignored, while opportunistic newcomers get to steal all the limelight. Now that'd be irritating at the best of times, but when the newcomer looks so much like the people they're most suspicious of, well, eventually I decided that Shieldwife's motivations are her concern. I'm not in a position to comment on what motivates her because I don't know. And the thing is, neither does anyone else. It doesn't matter to me what her motivation is though, as long as her message is a positive one. She's another person advocating for men's rights and increasing the public's awareness of the issues. Now beyond that is a deeper issue. People, we have to reach a huge number of people with our message before the public perception of men's rights is going to change. Women have to play a part of this. It's not enough just to persuade men. Patriarchy is bollocks, it doesn't exist. We need women on our side to change the public perception. And the best person to bring women around is another woman. Alright, enough harping on about that. The Shadowfax link is to his comment piece on a thread about Mike Buchanan. Now, I'll let the video stand on its own merits. Please watch it. It's good stuff and you need to know about Mike Buchanan. Basically, Shadowfax tears into some troll attacking Mike Buchanan. Mike's trying to raise awareness of men's rights in the mainstream British political arena. And this numpty attacked the whole concept. The tie-in here is, this is pretty much where this little kerfuffle is leading us, people. We're getting into the danger of spending our time attacking each other, sniping at people's personalities and concerns, instead of pulling together and broadcasting our message far and wide. I guess what I'm saying is that I don't care who sends out the message as long as the message is sent out and as long as the message takes root. Now, I may go quiet for a couple of days, boys and girls, because I'm off to build myself an air raid shelter. Try and take some of these pelters the MGTOWs are going to be chucking at me. See you later.